from 2K Sports. We're honoring diversity and culture tonight with the NBA celebration of Noche Latina. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. So a moment now to see the story for OG Anunoby.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
Here's the starting group for Portland. We've got Jeremy Grant, Abdia out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the power forward position. And for the Knicks, OG Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Stan, once teams get into the postseason, what kind of changes do we typically see?
Well, Brian, the one thing you see for sure is everybody's rotation will get shorter and the best players' minutes will go up. There's no more experimentation now. It's time to put your best players out there for as many minutes as possible.
Now here's Simons. Just 5 on the clock. Here he goes, and that one is stuffed right through.
So quick. Simons using that burst to get to the rim.
Pass to Anunoby. Towns looking for an opening. Nice move. And he lays it in.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Now here's Abdia. His last outing, he had 24 points. On the wing, Grant. Shoots over Anunoby. Grant's shot is off.
Lackness was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Stan, with the trade of Damian Lillard in 2023, Portland was headed in a new direction.
Yeah, Brian, they really decided to go young. Added a top 3 pick in Scoot Henderson. They've been piling up young talent in the Rose City, and now it's all about development. Those players have got to get better. They've got to get good habits. They've just got to continue to grow.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Now here's McBride. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Towns passes to McBride. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
1:51 left in the first. Pass to Anunoby. Towns up top. And Anunoby gets it to go on the assist by Towns.
Well, he had just enough breathing room to sink that layup. The defense was there, but not quick enough.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Henderson's checked in. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Avdia. There's Simons with a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Simons got 5 now.
That's a textbook catch and shoot. Simons got his feet lined up and was ready to go.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Robinson, a screen on Grant. Hart from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Simons. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And Simons shows off that soft touch inside.
Hart with a screen on Henderson. Here's Bridges. And he buries his first look.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Henderson outside. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Simons. 7 points in the game. Clock at 4. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. Klingen's shot is off.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
To the paint. Grant with a steal. Fires from way outside. No luck on that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's and close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Then it's Matisse Thybulle, and it's Reith in at the center position. Good on the bucket.
An athleticism on display there by Henderson. Just an acrobatic move to finish the play.
Outside Payne. The teardrop. It's hauled in by Henderson.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Outside Sharp. They set the screen. Uses the glass on the layup. Sharp's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
One guy here this evening, Shaedon Sharp. Incredibly talented, Stan.
Hey, Brian, you talk about a guy with potentially a very high ceiling. He's got all the physical tools you need. His skills are improving. He's still young and still putting it together.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharp, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around.
checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Wright. And taking a look at the last 10 games, these are the teams that have attacked the offensive glass and been rewarded for their efforts. The Trailblazers in second.
Well, you love the attack mindset on the glass. They've imposed their will physically.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Murray. On the wing, Simons. Shot clock at 6. And he jams it home with authority.
The vertical of Simons getting all the way up to the rim.
Payne against Simons. Pass to Hart.
First half, 2 minutes.
Kicks it out Towns from deep. Portland with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Henderson with it, Hart covering. Here's Klingon. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Out of bounds, it'll be Portland's ball for the Knicks. Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Anunoby comes in for Achua. And it's Bridges in for Payne. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Avdia against Bridges. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the first half of basketball. And a foul called on the way up. And so he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
2 shots.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. So hits one and misses one at the line.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Pass to Hart. Bridges outside. Up top, Robinson. Now here's Hart. Bridges outside. Hey, great D that time from Grant. Well, the Trailblazers shooting a nice 50% for the game. Oh, nice shot by Klingon.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
New York trailing. Bridges outside. Outside McBride. Back to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Three-pointer. And pulls it down. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Avdia passes to Simons. Outside for Grant. Tries again. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor.
To review the play.
Previous play is under review.
They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 2. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much. I'm here with Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Tom, what's it going to take down the stretch to win this ball game?
I think just tough defense, take good shots, not turn the ball over, play smart.
Back to the basics. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Welcome to halftime. First things first, a look ahead at other games on the docket tonight. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
And now let's focus on the Trailblazers. At halftime now, it's been a tight one.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Yeah, boos from the stands can be a motivator.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Well, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Mikal Bridges is out there with Miles McBride, and it's Josh Hart, then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the 5, down low. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. Here's Klingon, averaging around 6 a game. 5 on the clock. Coach, you talk about guys who are always upping their game. How about Anthony Simons?
Well, Brian, I feel like he's one of the truly under-the-radar scorers in this league. He's put in a lot of time and work, never satisfied with himself or his game, and he just keeps getting better.
And he drops the first.
Is such a great scorer. Simons can carry an offense for a stretch. Now he's working on the night-to-night consistency.
He does not get the second one.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Towns can't get it to go. Portland leading. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Simons, left side. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, good seeing Simons draw these kinds of fouls. It's all about him remaining aggressive on offense.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. And so Simons nails both of them. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. And here's McBride. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. It's Bridges on the wing, defended by Avdia. And Mikal Bridges gets a three.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Well, Portland's shooting a nice 50% for the game. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He wants to review the game plan. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Let's go.
Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. Taking a look at Portland, and after a subpar season, there have been some questions about the direction of this franchise. Here's Grant. He's scoreless. Simons outside. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamari. He's covered by Hart. 4 on the clock. Here's Kamari. And here's Grant from the arc. They get it back. A nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's gotten his second bucket.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And here's Hart. Outside McBride. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Anthony Simons.
First team foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line, 2 shots.
The first one falls. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Now here's Henderson. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, look, you're going to get bumps and bruises playing in this league. Henderson with a great finish through the contact.
Payne Pass to Towns. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. All right, let's take this chance to see the players who have been the top rebounders since the All-Star break. 5th, Karl Anthony Towns.
Since the break, we've seen a renewed focus from him on the boards, and I know his entire team appreciates that lift.
No good on the free throw.
The #1 pick in the 2015 NBA draft. Towns continues to prove why he's a top big man in this league.
Achua's checked in for New York. Walker, he's checked in for Portland. And he's good on the second.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes, but he's a modern big man.
Now here's Henderson. Murray finds Henderson. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Henderson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Bridges passes to Achua. Avdia against Bridges. Portland with a rebound. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. That's game 3 of 5 on their current trip away from home. Avdia passes to Henderson. Now Murray. Henderson scanning the floor. Over Payne. Henderson misses.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
McBride passes to Payne. Achua with it. Pass to Bridges. Back to Achua. Takes the 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. The third quarter comes to a close. Portland ahead, up 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Jabari Walker is out there with Murray. And it's Thibault in at the 3.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Knicks trail by 6. Towns outside. Outside Payne. Lets the 3 fly. Another shot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Well, just look at the numbers for Towns. He's been amongst the league leaders in offensive rebounds a few times.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Portland leading by 3. Avdia outside. Simons outside. Doubled by Towns. Simons finds Avdia. There's a screen. Takes a 13-footer. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Well, that's taking full advantage of the opening. The defense probably willing to give him that one, but I like that he's capitalizing on it.
Now here's Hart. Towns, left side. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, you can count on Towns to finish with strength anytime he has the chance.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. 3-point lead. And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
On your feet, fans, and make some noise. It's your Knicks City Dancers.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
Allie, thank you. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. That one falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Yeah, we're seeing Simons unleashed on offense. He's in a groove, and his team is helping to keep him in it.
Here's Towns. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Graham. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Anunoby.
And that's a tough shot, but Bridges makes it look routine.
Here's Klingon. Back to Simons. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Well, those are some big points from Simons, delivering when they needed it.
Inside. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well, in a big moment, go to your big man. Towns can be so dominant when he needs to be.
To the inside. Here's Avdia. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Bridges with it. Picked up by Grant. Towns up top. Outside Anunoby to tie it up. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And that finally gets them back to even.
It took a while, but they've chipped away, and now it's anyone's game.
Now here's Simons. Fires the 3. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Hart pulls it in. And so it's New York with it. Pass to McBride. Now Towns. Bridges outside. Back to Towns. Shoots. Rebounded by Kamari.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done. Simons
outside. McBride on the double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kamari, no good. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Bridges passes to McBride. Towns with the ball. It's in! And tie game! Huge basket right there! And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Avdia from outside. Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
Unreal. What a finish. Nothing better than a buzzer-beating 3 to win.
So it's the Trailblazers taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Simons.